Since the day of his birth, the individual known as Blade has been immersed in the realm of the supernatural. His biological father, Lucas Cross, was a member of the Order of Tirana, a clandestine society in Latveria that opposed the rule of King Vladimir Fortunov. Before Lucas's arrest by Latverian authorities, he ensured the safety of his pregnant wife by sending her to England. Madame Vanity, a fellow member of the Order, took on the responsibility of protecting Tara Cross. While in England, Tara Cross assumed the guise of Vanessa Brooks and resided at Madame Vanity's brothel. However, complications arose during Vanessa's labor, endangering both the mother and the child. Desperate to find a doctor, the women at the brothel sought help, and a man named Deacon Frost ultimately agreed to assist. Regrettably, Frost was revealed to be an undead creature of the night, a vampire. Seizing the opportunity, Frost fed on the dying Vanessa Brooks and, upon discovery, escaped through the window into the night. Vanessa Brooks, the woman who took on the pseudonym, did not survive, but her son Eric did. Eric Brooks, forever changed by the traumatic event, was born a Dampier, a partial vampire. This unique status rendered him immune to the corrupting effects of a vampire's bite. Madame Vanity took on the role of Eric's guardian, and over time, he came to affectionately refer to her as his mom. Nevertheless, as the boy grew, he was haunted by tales of the creature responsible for his mother's demise. At the age of 9, Eric witnessed an old man being attacked by vampires and, without hesitation, intervened to assist. To his surprise, the man turned out to be a vampire hunter named Jamal Afari, a homeless trumpeter who sought refuge in Madame Vanity's brothel. Afari took on the role of Eric's mentor, imparting both musical knowledge and the skills of a vampire slayer. During their time together, Afari shared gripping stories of his encounters, including a face-off against Dracula, the formidable lord of the vampires. Subsequently, Eric encountered a seemingly crazed man attacking an innocent woman. Believing the attacker to be a vampire, Eric swiftly staked him through the heart, inadvertently killing a fellow human. In light of this mistake, Madame Vanity sent Eric to the United States to seek refuge with another faction of the Order of Tirana for his protection. Unfortunately, this group had devolved into a street gang known as the Blood Shadows, led by the formidable Cyrus Cutter. While with the Blood Shadows, Eric formed a close bond with a woman named Glory, who was under Cutter's control. A clash ensued between Eric and Cyrus Cutter due to Cutter's inappropriate actions with Glory. This confrontation ended with Eric taking charge, eliminating Cutter, and assuming control of the Blood Shadows. Returning to London with his newfound gang, Eric resumed his crusade against the undead. However, a battle with a vampire named Lamia resulted in the near annihilation of the Blood Shadows, leaving Eric as the sole survivor. In a shocking revelation upon Eric's return, he discovered that during his absence, the vampire Lord Dracula had located his former mentor, Jamal Afari, and transformed him into an undead being in Dracula's legion. Faced with no alternative, Eric used his skills to vanquish his own mentor, setting him on a path of vengeance against Dracula. In his relentless pursuit of the Lord of the Vampires, Eric Brooks forged alliances with 4 other skilled vampire slayers: Bogan, Azu, Lucinda, and Orgy. Among them, it was Orgy who bestowed upon Eric the moniker Blade in recognition of his exceptional proficiency with knives and bladed weaponry. This formidable team of hunters orchestrated an ambush on their elusive target, driving a wooden stake into Dracula's heart. However, Dracula, unlike typical vampires, proved notoriously resilient and was promptly resurrected by his devoted servants. In a subsequent encounter, it was Count Dracula who unexpectedly turned the tables on the team of vampire hunters. By the end of the fierce battle, only Eric emerged alive from the aftermath. In the aftermath of this harrowing experience, Eric Brooks retained a keepsake from each fallen comrade. Combining these mementos with the glasses inherited from Jamal Afari, he fully embraced the identity of Blade, the vampire killer. In the years that ensued, Blade engaged in numerous battles against undead adversaries, including compelling rematches with Dracula, the assailant responsible for his mother's death, and Deacon Frost, as well as clashes with Morbius, the living vampire. It was during a confrontation with Morbius that Blade suffered a bite that permanently transformed his physiology. While Blade had previously been immune to the supernatural effects of vampire bites, Morbius's unique form of pseudo-vampirism had a distinct impact, unlocking latent vampiric powers within Blade. This transformative event turned Blade into a daywalker, endowing him with the strengths and abilities of a vampire without succumbing to their weaknesses or the traditional aversion to sunlight. However, Blade now found himself with a newfound need to consume blood for sustenance. Resourceful and determined, he discovered alternative methods to satisfy this hunger without preying on mortal humans. Leveraging his enhanced powers and honed skills, Blade continued his tireless war against the undead, perpetuating his unending feud with Dracula. And there you have it, the origin of Blade, the vampire hunter.